Hey everybody, and welcome back to Justice for Animals. We have yet another little update. Before we begin, however, I actually want to address the fact that we lost our thumbnail on the previous video that we did. We put another one back up, but we had to censor heavily. It's the same thumbnail, it's just censored heavily. Sadly, YouTube don't allow that, and yet they allow animal abuse to thrive. And when I say thrive, I mean channel after channel popping up left, right and centre. There's countless channels now. There's literally, it's definitely the 4 digits, but I don't know if it's like well over 1,000 or well over 5,000 at this point. It's hard to keep up, but we're trying. Anyway, onto the video. We do apologise for taking in a video, but we had to make sure it was as good as we could get it before re-uploading it again. There were a few things we weren't really happy with, so we just wanted to correct that. Again, apologies. If it made anybody worry thinking that YouTube had taken our video down, they didn't. That was on us. So if you haven't watched it already, there's a previous video that we did for a group called the Mike Brown group. That's what we called them. And we basically went through a lot of their channels. And this is a clip from that video. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Justice for Animals. This time we're going to be discussing a channel called Mike Brown and the connections with several other channels as well. There is a few, so if you can just bear with us, we will show you. So from left to right to bottom, we have number 5, Duong Duong, nicknamed Fa. We have number 2, and then we have X. Just to point out, this Animal House New is actually an old channel. It is indeed hardcore, the one that we're showing you. And they just started re-uploading old videos from other channels as well, and I will be showing you this. As you can see with this, they're basically using the same tool to cut the same thing off of the same dog. And both in the same video of Animal House New and Stray Dogs. Pretty similar to how this is actually Rescued Crew Pets and Animal House New as well. This is a story of a rescued kitten from under a bench shown on Animal House New and on Rescue Crew Pets. Same bridge that he actually walks on. And the same bench the kitten is under. Basically shot for shot, this is exactly the same video. I should also point out the chain is different in this thumbnail, and so is the dog. This is a fake thumbnail. And when I say the chain is different, I mean there was no chain in the actual video. This is face number 5 as we call him. This is where Duong Duong, also nicknamed Fa, shows up as the fake vet. And then we have the infamous bath scenes that they keep giving the animals. Then we have number 2. In this particular scene of number 2's, we have a kitten that's covered in fake blood and sedated, which we will be covering a bit later on as well anyway. I'd like to point out that the bag videos are also common, where they actually put the dogs in the bags and then supposedly rescue them. And here we have the returning face of Duong Duong, nicknamed Fa. What we are showing you here is two different animals, two different videos, same location, same buildings in the background, same bridge. I should also point out that this bridge actually features on both channels Animal House New and Rescue Crew Pets. As we're basically showing you, they did actually do a take two. That is not your imagination. As you can see here, he pretends terribly that he thinks the dog's actually going to bite him. I would advise you to remember this wall pattern because it will come up again. As you can see here, this is exactly the same place where the pup was found. Where this cat is laying now is exactly the right place. Please tell me you saw the same thing as we did. That cat is familiar with that box, that's why the cat went there. Any other cat would actually back away. That cat did not. That cat knew who he is. Like literally, it did not even hesitate, it just ran straight up to the box like it knew it was going somewhere with him. And as you can see, he handles the cat not with much care at all. No cat would allow this. Not from a stranger. As you can see, this is number 2 and Dwong Dwong, nicknamed Fa. And again, the same shower as the last video where we saw the pup. As I was saying, same bridge, same background, same shower, just different animals. So we actually know this is number 2 because of the fact that he has a tattoo on his right arm that basically goes down to his wrist pretty much. And you can just barely see it, it's just peeping out. We call that the peeping tattoo because of this. So underneath the videos of Rescue Crew Pets, you can actually see that in the description every single one of the videos has stated that it's a kitten that's been run over in a traffic accident, which is far from the truth. Especially when in the video it actually shows a pup that's been locked up right next to the bridge railing pretty much. And those are just 2 examples. There are many more examples of them using the same bridge, like he did in the channel called Animal for Hope, which is now actually known as Restoration Channels, which we will get to later. Same with the 2 defunct channels known as Love Cats and Pet Help Center. Before we move on, I'd like to actually show you how sadistic these people truly are. And this is literally where we lead into the whole sedation part of the video, as we will see as we continue along. So as you can see, he is strolling along. He is not exactly rushing, and yet it's a dying pup apparently that's been hit by a vehicle. Just gonna stop you right there for a second. I think I saw him smile like nothing was wrong for a second there. As they basically walk along the pavement, that pup is apparently dying right now. And it's at this point where we actually see the true nature of these people. One look, one laugh. The man was laughing at a dying pup. I have written this and I will say it again. The blood on the pup is not belonging to the pup. You'll see what I mean eventually. Also, this isn't the first time they've used this technique to scare people into thinking it was real. Trust me, it's not real. I should also point out the fact that he has time to stop for a chat before he ends up taking the dog to get checked. From what we're showing you here, it usually takes a long time to recover from an accident like this, especially considering the amount of blood that the dog apparently lost. And yet somehow the dog is back on its feet as soon as the video ends. There's no recovery time in between. As you can tell, as soon as the pup leaves that bag, once they get to the place after the guy has spoken with the other guy at the red car, the pup is more active. It's almost like there was nothing wrong with the pup, like it wasn't actually hit by a vehicle. It's just basically terrified at that point of the guy that's handling it. As you can tell with the pup whimpering and just trying to get away from him. Also, take a look at the bizarre subtitles. That doesn't make any sense at all. What we're showing you is just a few times on a few different channels where the animals were actually used in this manner, in which they were drugged and lay on the streets and pretended that they were in a car accident pretty much, just for them to be fine at the end of the video. As we're actually showing you here, this video is actually the same video that was also posted on Animal for Hope a while back before they actually changed the channel name and deleted their rescues pretty much. So basically he takes it to a so-called vet. This is another fake one that's shown up on several occasions. And then after that, basically, it gets a needle shoved in the poor thing's paw, and then after that, it's just left laying there. No checking for broken bones or anything, just that, and then after that, it's sent home with the guy who supposedly rescued it. And all on the same day. Just showing the names of the channels again, just to let you know who we're dealing with. From left to right we have Loi Nguyen Vlogs, and to the right we have Hardcore for Free, which is actually now known as Animal House New. Hold for Paws and Animal Rescue sites side by side. You can tell they actually tried their hardest to actually copy the titles. As we have seen with many other people like Tien and so many others, this one does exactly the same thing. It gives the poor thing a bath and after that buries it. But this is only done for views. So this is face number 5, basically pretending to fight off somebody, apparently drowning a dog very badly. Only to then actually pay him for the dog right afterwards. Although he didn't actually pay for the dog, he was paying for the acting. I should also point out this video was actually removed from the channel because of the fact that it was getting nothing but bad feedback because everybody knew how bad it looked. And as you can tell, the puppy is terrified to the point where it's still actually paddling even after out of the water. And so the man casually waits for the payment to reach his hand. This is what you call terrible acting. So this is face number 5, and what we're showing you is 3 different channels with his face in them. As I said, the video no longer exists, but you can actually tell by the top that this is number 5. Basically showing you 2 channels called Rescue Crew Pets. One of them is down, the other one is still up. The one that's down is a heart one, but essentially the same team. Just felt like I would actually show you this before we continue. So what we're showing you is the video of the dog that is actually on Loi Nguyen Vlog is also on, or was also on, a channel called Animal Football Hope. That channel has been deleted a long time ago, but it actually features the same faces, especially the face of X. As I'm showing you on this one, this is what you call terrible acting yet again, only the thing that is real is the fact that he kicks the dog for the show. The other guy had many times to react to him, but didn't even bother. He just stood there watching. Nobody in their right mind, not even a vet, would actually just stand and watch this happen in front of him. This is pathetic acting, to say the least. We also see X on Animal House New as well, the channel that is now actually posting stolen videos as well as reusing old videos pretty much. And as you can tell with this one, it's just another sedated kitten. What we are trying to show you is this person is very much common on this channel. He has been around other channels, but this is the main one he's on right now. And here he is with Duong Duong, also known as Fa, as in fake vet. So now we're focusing on Animal for Hope, which is now restoration channels. What we are showing you here is face number 3 and face number 2, and we're going to show you their tattoos, and we're going to show you them on the channel Restoration Channels and also Restoration TV. From left to right, what you see is number 2 and number 3 and Hoang Khanh, and this little clip that I'm showing you there together. In Restoration Channels, Hoang Khanh is not present, but in Restoration TV he is, along with the other 2. The only people in Restoration Channels is number 2 and number 3. Starting with number 3, he has a tattoo on the outside of his left arm, and also he has a star tattoo on his left hand. Number 3 on Restoration Channels. And number 3 in Restoration TV. And then of course we have number 2 with the tattoo down his right arm all the way to his hand, which we call a peeping tattoo because it peeps under the sleeves when he does the fake rescues. Like last time, Restoration Channels number 2. Speaking of which, this video is actually both on Restoration Channels and Restoration TV. Like last time, number 2 on Restoration TV. Your eyes do not deceive you, by the way, that is an ad on one of their videos. This is also Hoang Khanh, one of the abusers we exposed on the last video as well, and he is here in this channel too. And then there are these little gems of supposed rescues hidden right at the back of the channel at the earliest point. They are the oldest videos on this channel, hidden behind all of the restoration projects pretty much. Hopefully we can cover him soon, but for now we are getting closer to the end of the video. But I will say he has been covered several times, one of which being by Crowley.
It's the same guy from the Rescue Journey TV, the dog killer himself. He's not just running one animal abuse channel, he's running 2. And that's not all. I went back to the community tab to see the other channels that had been linked, and I found Pablo Zito 17, yet another fake animal rescue channel. And wouldn't you know, it's the same guy. 3 channels, all abusing animals, run by a killer. This situation is far worse than I ever could have imagined, and honestly I don't think that it can get any more disturbing. Or at least I didn't. But boy, was I wrong.
All credit to Crowley, the link is in the description below. Please give him some love, subscribe to him, link his content, whatever. He really is a good YouTuber, worth a watch. Anyway, they have 2 PayPals that I'm going to be showing you. The first is Vovan Flock and the second is Tran the Sun. Vovan Flock is the one for Loi Nguyen vlogs, and Tran Sun is actually for Animal House New. Please do not donate any money at all to them. They are not real and they are manipulating you in order to get money. And speaking of donating, that leads to the next section, which is the comments section. So premiere, for those who doesn't actually know, means it has a premiere date, which means at a certain day, at a certain time, the video will be uploaded by that schedule. Now look at the time of the comments. As you can actually see, the comments started pouring in before the video was even released. Now usually, either that means it's avid fans, or the chances are they could be paid. Unfortunately, this is a thing we found where, thanks to Hoang Khanh, we actually found Facebook pages where they're actually allowing people to buy comments. Now that being said, this may not be the case. It may just be the fact that these people will just love to watch these videos thinking they're real rescues. So we can't really say for certain. However, we do know it is a possibility for these people to actually buy comments. Here's an interesting fact about the video that those comments were actually on to begin with. It is not new. It is an old video. It came out a long time ago on Hardcore for free, now known as Animal House New. Unfortunately, it is what it is. A lot of the people in the comments are not understanding what they're seeing and think these are real. This is why we do what we do. This is why we're trying to stop this whole carry-on from continuing. On a good note, however, people are really waking up to this, and you can tell by the fact that we have several people helping us with this channel, as well as other places, and we owe everything to you guys for the support, so thank you. On an interesting note, as we were actually editing this, Paws Squadron TB, who's one of their channels, basically ended up taking a lot of their videos down for some reason. They only have one left now. One video, I mean. At least as of this video being put out. Also, Animal House New is now uploading videos that are actually stolen. They're not using their own videos anymore. The video we are watching right now is supposedly an English rescue, not a Vietnamese rescue. And these people are from Vietnam. This is why we know this video was stolen. If you want to find out more about the other channels that are uploading stolen videos, please check out Mike Brown, The Truth Behind the Fake Rescues. I will put the link in the description below. Anyway, thank you for all the support and the patience you give us. We are really grateful for that. Please stay safe, don't get scammed by these people, and just look out for each other. That's all I can ask. And I'm just going to finish off by stating the fact that we are all justice. Have a good week, everybody. And again, stay safe.